These are the big girls. Hi, Destiny. I like seeing fine people. I like seeing beautiful people. And these are the fine girls. Hi, Fejiro. That's my niece's name, so I won't forget that you're here in a hurry. Hi, Anu. Good to see you. Hi, Shiloh. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Delight. Let me just get a one in the chat room, and then I'm going to quickly share my screen. Hopefully, you can see. You can see my screen. Now, put you in the chat room if you can see my screen.
Hi.
Hi. Fantastic. Okay, some of you are directly messaging me. Don't put in the chat room. I want to see what's it called? It's for everyone. Leave me alone, okay? Good to see you guys. Hi. So how many of you watched the video before now? If you watched the video before now, put a three in the chat room. Three. Fantastic. Thank you, Destiny, for responding very fast. Thank you, Miss Oma. So how we do it in this class, right? So we will do a lot of positive reinforcement. And okay, thank you. Fantastic. Almost everybody saw this video, the video before now. So we're still going to share the screen. We're still going to have a bit of conversations in the course of this. We have how long? We have about. So now let's start. I think we had an assignment. I put something up there where people were going to say something. Okay. So I know you have questions, so please put your questions in your notes so that at the end, so just I know you have questions to ask, so we'll start asking them right about now. So let me ask you first of all. Okay, you want to do me a favor and mute your mic? Is anybody's mic on? Okay. So we're having this first activity. So now let's say your close friend offers you something. In fact, who has been offered something before? I want to know who has been offered something. If you have been offered something before ever in school, let's just say, just take something. Just try something. Just put your hand up. I don't want to see any fantastic. Okay, he says she's been offered something. Okay, you want to type what you've been offered? Hey, people have been offered. I love it. Okay, now let's go. Who's going to start? Okay, Kiki was the first person to raise her hand. Tell me. So we're going to go like that, and I'm going to speak. Once you answer, then you can lower your hand. So you can unmute your mic. So I'm going to call your name, then you can answer. So Kiki, you go first. Unmute yourself. Tell me what you've been offered.
Yeah, they gave me, like, they said if you sniff paracetamol, like, which make you go like high. So I came back home, I told my mom. My mom was like, what kind of game is that, or what kind of play is that? Then my mom said that I should never ever try that with them again.
Fantastic. So, but did you try it?
No, I didn't.
Did you want to try it? Did it sound like something that you should try?
Yes, yes.
Because they must have told you, oh, you will feel good, you will feel high. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Fantastic. Okay. But you know what I like about what you did? Let me take a paper and a pen because I want to take notes. So that person that told you to do that, what did you do about it?
When
Are
I
you
told my mom,
that person?
when I told my mom was like, I should not talk to the person again because the person is a bad influence.
Is the person and the person is good friends with you, right?
Yes.
So now you're not talking to the person again.
No, I'm not.
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel anything.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, Kiki, well done. I celebrate you. Who's next? Daniela, let's go, baby girl. What were you offered?
So I live in the UK and vaping, like electronic cigarettes are really popular. So I was
Yeah.
in the toilet, and then a girl was in the next toilet, and then she passed me a vape to like smoke, but I didn't take it.
Why did she offer you? What did she say she was offering it for?
I don't know. She just said I should try it.
Okay, fantastic. Was the person your friend?
Um, no, but she was just a year above me.
Okay, fantastic. So it's not like it's someone that you really talk to all the time, yeah?
You know,
Fantastic. I love it. But now, if he happens to be a friend of yours, what would you do?
I wouldn't take it.
You still won't take it, right? And
Yeah,
why would you take it? That's very important. I need to know why you won't take it.
cause I know the dangers that I know the dangers that are related to vaping and smoking, so I won't want to affect my health by doing it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. Daniela, you deserve a gold star, and I give you a gold star. Well done, darling. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
you can put your hands down now. Destiny, let's go. Who else
So
raised
like
their hand now? Okay, yeah, Destiny, go.
like Nina said, I also live in the UK and I'm a friend with this guy. We talk a lot. We're in music class together and we're walking home and he offered me his vape, but I
Okay.
said no. He kept insisting, but I said I
Mm.
don't do these things to harm myself. So yeah.
So, are you still friends with him?
No, we're not.
Why not?
Because the guy is very persistent in stuff. He won't leave me alone. He
Fantastic.
kept offering it to me. So
So what made you feel like you couldn't stay friends with him? Because you could have easily just said, well, I can stand my ground. I have a strong will as well. So what made you decide that I can't stay friends with him?
I also heard that he's pretty manipulative. So if I start talking to him now, he can start getting me in trouble, which I don't really like.
It's not worth it, yeah? Okay, fantastic. Well done, Destiny. I really celebrate you. You deserve a gold star too. Okay, so who else is raising their hands? Who else? Oh, okay. Someone said they haven't watched the video. Okay, we have to go back. We'll just talk about this anyway. So who else hasn't watched the video? Sorry, who else has been offered something? I have a niece here in Nigeria, and she I think when she was about 14. Someone, okay, Kundarasimi, you want to tell me? Okay, unmute your mic and tell me, what were you offered?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, darling.
I live in Nigeria, so I have this set of classmates who are, I won't call them nuisance, but
How old
stuff
are
like
they?
that, between the age of 16 and 17. We're all in SS.
SS3?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So this day we were free. We really did not have anything to do. Like we're done for our exams for that day. So there's this my classmates who really loves taking this vape stuff. Then we asked him that this thing, how does it feel when you take it? He said that it's good. It's like taking normal fruit, that it's just to smoke it, then you puff it out. I was like, wow, then you puff it out. Then me and my friends were like, you should show us an example of. Then he tried it. It was kind of amazing. Then we were like, we would love to try it. Then my friend said she was going to try it if I was going to try it. And I told her that I wasn't going to try it because it's dangerous to himself because he had fallen sick due to that vape stuff he has been taking. So I told him that I was not going to take it. Then my friend said she was not going to talk to me again.
Oh, so that friend stopped talking to you
Yes.
because you didn't take it. How did you feel about that?
It was kind of heartbroken because she was my best friend, but we just have to move on.
I love it, Queen Darasimi. You deserve a you deserve 10 gold stars because of just this thing that you said now. It was heartbreaking. But I want to understand why you did not, because you could have looked at your friend and said, ah, it's my best friend. I love her. I don't want this friendship to scatter. But why didn't you take it? Why didn't you say, I want my friend, I need to keep my friend? Why did you decide that you were not going to take it, regardless of whether your friend is going to break up with you or not?
Actually, the reason is that health issues. I really take my health seriously because I don't know, my mom just tells me stuff like that really damages either the lungs or the heart. So I don't want to have anything because I'll be the one to get the pain at last.
Fantastic. I love it. That simply means that
Oh my God.
has foresight. That means you're focused. I love it. So now, for those of you that haven't been offered anything, I really appreciate you, but I appreciate the people who, I know some of you have been offered and you do not just want to say because you're thinking that so that your parents do not hear anything. But let me tell you something. The people that shared you are the real MPPs, and I wish I could buy gifts and send to you because you are the people who make this work worth it for us. You are the people who make us know that we are not doing the wrong things. We are the people that make us know that what we're doing is actually felt, because you must have heard something somewhere from someone that told you, look, don't get involved in this. And the age that you're in now is a very impressionable age, very impressionable. So when you are in this age, you want to, please your friends. Peer pressure is very real at this time. That's why I wanted to hear why Darasimi did not accept, even though it was her best friend and she was about to break up with her. I understand it. I'm using the word break up because yes, even when you and your friend, when that ship is sailing to different ways, it's actually a breakup. It doesn't have to be a relationship for it to be a breakup. You understand? It is a relationship anyway. So I really appreciate you guys. Amazing. So now I'm going to ask those of you who have never had this experience. When your close friend offers you a pill before a party, what do you do? Because it happened to me. If you watch the video, you will know that I am that auntie that talked about the fact that I was a drug addict. Yes? Who remembers that? If you remember that, just raise your hand. You raise it up and put it down. That I was a drug addict. Yeah? Just raise your hand and put it right back. Raise your hand and put it back. Fantastic. Miss Oma saw it. Raise it, drop it, raise it, drop it. I just want to be sure that everybody knows. I was that auntie. And how did it start? Somebody said, try something. Try a little. So now, and they were good friends. There's something that Daniela said. I think it was Daniela. Daniela said it was the vape. The person was older than her and gave her. Kiki said she talked to her mom about it. Now, this is the part. Sometimes you would talk to your parents about it, and if okay, no, it's Destiny. Destiny said the person is very manipulative and that he's very persistent. That is what happens to a lot of people. High people are getting other people high. So they'll be persistent. And I love the fact that she said she just gave him space. It is wisdom to be able to do that. So your close friend offers you pills before a party. What would you do? I'm going to call names. If you will not answer me, raise your hands. If you don't answer me, I'm going to call you to answer me because I'm sure you have questions. So now I'm asking you questions so that you can ask me. Okay, Favor, go ahead.
If someone offers you something, first you can tell the person that you don't want to, and you can advise the person. But if the person decides not to take correction, then you can speak to someone, a trusted adult, and give the person space, because you might say that you cannot be influenced, but you will not know how it will happen, and you might might end up being influenced. So you just give the person space and talk to someone that is trusted.
It's like I should buy you a motor car. I don't want to buy you a car. What kind of car do you want? I'll buy you a car. I will buy you. I love it. Beautiful, Favor. She said something so salient. She said, talk to a trusted adult, because you may think that you can, and the person can influence you. That's the truth. The person might influence you. You don't even have the energy to influence anybody yet. So now let's go. What questions do you have that you have written down? Because until Tima said you guys have questions. So let's start. Who has a question? Raise your hands and then let's deal with it. Even if it's a question about the story that I told. Okay, Favor, go ahead.
Okay, my question is, if you are talking to this person and the person start making you feel like guilt tripping you and then make you feel like you're judgmental, what will you do?
Okay, but are you actually being judgmental?
In some cases, when you're trying to tell them, it's as if you're just going behind them, especially when this person is very close to you.
Okay, do you want to tell me a scenario? Okay, Fejiro, I've seen your hand. And Favor, give me a scenario. Give me a proper scenario. Let's use that as a case study.
Okay, the scenario is not really about drugs, it's something else.
It's okay.
I think this will be our 10th relationship now. So I
Okay.
was talking to her about it. Then everybody was in my class was not like, I'm trying to break up. I'm trying to break their relationship. And now it felt as if I was the bad person.
Do you know that it's also okay to stand alone, especially if you're standing for the right thing? In fact, it is very important that you stand alone, especially if you're standing for the right thing. That is how leaders are picked, and that is how people know who to follow. First of all, a leader can, if you notice that, if you notice that person you were trying to, what's the word? Advice. Next time when somebody else has a problem that is they are looking for advice for, it's you that the person will come to, because that's how leaders are found. So even if you are going to stand alone, stand for what is right. Is very important, because many times we always think let's follow the crowd. That is why peer pressure happens to a lot of us. We want to follow the crowd. Let them not say, oh, your own is too much. Why are you the one discourage the person? Why can't you go with the flow? Even if you are going to be the only one, I beg you, stand for what is right. Don't always fall for things that people will say you should do because you want to just, follow the crowd. Stand for what is right. It doesn't matter. There will always be people like you, Favor. Always be people like you who will decide that, oh, I like what Favor is saying. I like Favor and I want to hang around her. You know this thing now in the Bible, and I think they even say birds of a feather flock together. So if you're not going to, if people that are flocking and going this way are doing the wrong thing, following them means you are going to start doing the wrong thing. So it's okay to stand alone. And guess what? You will always find people that will gravitate towards you. So please stand alone. It's okay. It is very, very, it's honorable. I heard something yesterday. The woman said she told her son, she said, as you are going, don't disappoint yourself, but make sure you bring my name back. That was a beautiful saying. Bring my name back and bring my name intact, which means even if Ijoma, please can you mute your mic? Okay, I muted it. So even if people are doing something wrong, when people throw caution to the wind, it means that they have no value for themselves. They have no value for themselves. They have no value for their father's names. But when you remember your father's name and you want to bring that name back intact, you will do what is right. So even if nobody stands for the truth, make sure you stand for the truth by yourself. Very important. And I commend you very much, Favor. You're an amazing girl. Well done. Okay, Fejiro, let's go. You can unmute your mic and speak. I see you, Priscilla. I see you, Fine Sage. Fejiro, go. Hi, Fejiro.
Hi. Mom, which type of drug are you addicted to?
Jesus, that's just asking. Different things. Different things. I was on a codeine diet. I was doing marijuana. I was doing a lot of things. It was just a cocktail of stuff because I was in school. And so everybody used to bring different things from everywhere. So anything they give you, just take. So we're just addicted to getting high. So it didn't matter what it was. Whether it was Refnol, it didn't matter what it was. We just wanted to get high. So we were more addicted to getting high. If they told us that drinking water through our nose will get us high, we will drink it through our nose, we will get high. So we're addicted to getting high than the substance itself. Okay?
That's all. How did you stop?
Okay, so now I gave my life to Christ. I attended women pray, and then one day, what's the word? I got into a depression. I was crying. And they say one of the things that we say that is a gateway to drug use can be neglect, family neglect, or family dysfunction, different things. And so at that time, and escaping from the pain that you feel, maybe emotional pain or something's going wrong, whether it's boy problems, whatever it is. And I had gone through a breakup at the time, and I was so sad. I was so sad. And the person I was now dating, I didn't really like him. And I was thinking, man, why am I doing this? And then smoking all those things didn't make me feel better. Before you smoke it, you get high. Anything you take, you get high. You just be feeling cool. And then you will not be able to, you will not think about your problem. You just be like, well, it's past. Or for now, man, leave all the worries, men are scum, yada yada. But at that time, it did not feel like it anymore. No matter how much I got, what I drank, no matter what I got, because I was drinking a lot of alcohol, I was drinking a lot of vodka, no matter what I smoked, no matter what it is I sniffed, no matter what it is I drank, nothing was making sense. I would still not get as high. I was crying so much. My life wasn't working. I just was a mess. So, of all the friends that I have, all my friends I used to get high, I did not think to call any of my high friends. I just thought of one particular, and I called her and I said, um, remember you told me about one fellowship. What about that pastor's number? And she gave me the number. And I called the pastor and I told her that this is what's going on with me. I didn't even tell her that I was addicted to any substance. I just told her that I can't stop crying, and she sent for me, and then she led me to Christ, and that's like what 14 years now, because it was 2011 years. And after that, I now started on purpose. I was making sure that I was doing the right things that I was meant to do. I kept myself busy. I changed my community. This is something that is so important, because the friends that I had at the time were all of them were friends that used to get high. All of them used to get high. All of them were girls that were doing runs, dating older men for money. I wasn't able to date older men for money. I'm what you call an ajebota. So I'm a last child of how many siblings? My siblings, especially my sisters, are very wealthy. And so they took care of me. But so I didn't need the men's money. I just liked to party. I just wanted to party. I just wanted to be a happy party girl. Meanwhile, I was very intelligent. So all of that didn't make sense anymore. So all of those were the kind of friends I had. I didn't have any normal friends. I didn't have reasonable friends. All of you that are in this class now, you don't even know what you have as a gift, because you can make your friends from here. You can have lifelong friendships. I didn't have that. I had mad girls as friends. All of them, none of them was well. None of them was feeling fine upstairs. Mentally insane people, but they were normal and physically normal, of course. But they were doing all sorts of things. So I needed to now unplug myself from that relationship into better relationships that were going to serve me. And this is one of the things that I know that Auntie Etima teaches in this thing. She constantly talks about how you should make friends with people that are going the same way as you were going. If I had made friends with people like that, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. I probably would have been maybe one of the Chief Justice of Nigeria by now, or I would have been a senior advocate of Nigeria, or I would have been a magistrate judge or something. I would have not been where I am now if only I had chosen the right friends. I promise you. That's the truth. So I had to unplug myself from that community, because if you stay around a person too long, before you know it, start to smell like the person. If somebody hugs you, if their perfume is stronger than your own, somebody will say, this is your perfume. Where do you get this perfume from? This is not the perfume you use normally. That's how strong a perfume is, the scent of a perfume. And that's how character also is. That's strong. So I unplugged myself from that community and unplugged myself to a community of better people that were forward and upward thinking. And then my life began to make sense. It started to change. I started to change my habits, because the people you hang around, whether you know it or not, you start to imbibe their habits. Have you noticed that if you have a friend that maybe she's always talking and rolling her eyes or doing her hand, one day when you're talking, that's how you start doing. Maybe your mother will be asking, why are you talking like that? It's not because you learned it. It's because you have seen someone you like and someone you admire doing it. And that's how you start to do stuff. So I had to change from there. And I started becoming like other people who I thought I liked. And hey, look at where I am now. Just by changing my friends. If I had stayed with those friends, well, that, after doing all those drugs, I would have gone back to doing drugs. I promise you. I would have gone back. I would have relapsed. That's the truth. I would have relapsed. I won't be where I am now. It's easier. And it's not as if to say that relapse may not happen. Relapse can happen. However, if relapse happens, because of the people your community now, it's harder for you to stay down because they will pull you up. Even if they don't know to pull you up. When you see them moving, you will want to get up and be better with yourself. So that's how I stopped using drugs, my darling girl. Does this work for you, Fejiro? Is that all you want to ask me, Fejiro?
Yes, ma. Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Okay, Priscilla, over to you. What questions do you want to ask?
Actually, I have two questions.
Go ahead, darling. Shoot.
How do I know and stay away from those who use drugs? Because almost everyone in my school looks innocent.
Okay, Fedra, you can put your hand down. Let me know the people that are here that are still open to questions. How do you know? Okay, now, you know that the honest truth is that it's not everybody that you will see it on their face. I'm trying to see whether I had that on the slides. Okay, I don't have that. It's not everybody. There's people that are called functional addicts. Yeah, functional addicts that they are doing things normally. You will not know. But there are signs to look out for. For instance, there are social, let me say there are um, um, physical signs. First of all, yesterday I was at a barbecue, and as I was sitting down in the barbecue, a boy came in, and he was in a garden. So when the boy came into the garden, it's like a public garden, and he came in there. It's a family garden because there were children. My son was there as well. And I noticed that I saw him lighting up and, smoke. And then I looked at them and I said, this boy shouldn't be smoking in a place like this because it's a family garden. But if you see him, you can see that he's everything. The thing wasn't even smelling. But I knew that he wasn't smoking just cigarette. I knew it had to be some form of drug he was smoking. And then I looked, so everybody was like, no, no, I don't think so. I'm sure it's just cigarette. And I said, look at him properly. His eyes were red. His eyes were red. He was normal. He was acting normal. He was talking normal. His eyes were red. So appearance is a thing. If you know a person, you can know. But because my eyes are trained, I can tell, even without knowing the person, that this one is doing drugs. So, but you that your eyes are not trained, if a person offers you, now this is what they say even in law, even in law, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. You cannot go around and be looking at everybody and say, hey, God, their eyes are red, so hey, this person can be using drugs, avoid me. No. What you can do though is that just maintain your friendships with who you want to, who your values align with. However, if a person comes to you and offers you a thing, you can tell now that, oh, so you are the one they say I should avoid. If they offer you, because you can see a person that his eyes are red, his hair is scattered, he's missing classes. It might be a mental health disorder. It might even just be that they are going through something in the family. Something is going on in their house. That's why it's affecting him emotionally and mentally. And that's why he's unable to, carry himself the way that he should carry himself. Or that's why he looks so untidy because, he's feeling or whatever. So you can't necessarily say, if everybody is going about normally, don't start. I don't want you to, it shouldn't cause paranoia that you start wondering, oh, this person, how you know. Let them offer you. You just have your own information. Have your information on, oh, if you come and offer me, I will not take it. You heard all the people that said they've been offered. If you ask them, all the people that offered them, they probably were normal people walking on the street. The person that offered me drugs, she still does drugs today. She's in Canada now. She's working, she appears to be doing well. She appears to be doing well, but she's not. She's not. She can't even get married because every time the kind of men that come around her are the kind of people that you can't even take to your father and say, this is who my husband is. And most men, if you know they are getting high with you, they will not take you to their own parents and say, oh, this is who I want to marry. Most parents don't even want, most parents would want a better person for their children to marry. Everybody, how many of you saw the video this last weekend? If you saw the video of what's her name now? The wedding this last weekend. Prissy and Juma. How many of you saw it? If you saw the wedding, put a 2 in the chat room. Just put it in the chat room. Let me just know that, oh, you saw it. You saw social media did not let us hear what. We all saw the word. You're like, JP 2025. Yes. We were on chokehold this weekend. Like, even if you don't want to see, you mustn't see us. Now, her mother was happy that she was getting married. Her mother's marriage was, the mother was separated long time ago. But she wanted her daughter to marry well. Look at the amount of money she spent. Look at the people she invited. So most parents want their children to do better. So the guy that was dating me at the time, he wasn't even, he kept telling me, say, my mother does not want anybody that my mother doesn't want anybody that is not from my state. It was later we found out that it was not about the state. It was because I was doing I was doing drugs. So he couldn't take me to his mother to say, this one is the one I want to marry. Nobody wants to associate with someone who does drugs. I can tell you this for free. I've been there. Nobody wants to associate with you. So in the beginning, you may think you're cool. All of you are doing drugs together. So you will all be going together like a pack of rats. After a while, if anybody brings themselves out, the person will not want to come back there. Look at what I said. I unplugged myself from that place. Because life is so short. One moment you are 15, the next moment you are 30, and you'll be asking yourself, where did the time go? So you may not always see it on the faces of someone. Live your life. But as soon as a person comes and offers you anything, you know that this person is like that. And then you know to just shift, because there are many functional addicts. It's not everybody, and there are some drugs that do not have the same effects. All drugs don't have the same effects. Somebody will smoke marijuana is different from the person who smokes Colorado. So the effect is different. So the person who's smoking Colorado can be going mad on the streets, or the person who took tramadol will just stand and be like a zombie on the road. But the person who is smoking, taking vapes or taking that, it may not have that same effect. However, it has an effect in your body. It has an effect on your mind. It alters your mind and it alters your body. Anything that changes how your body and your mind works, it's a substance, and you should avoid it if it is not helping your body. Okay? So it's not like you see everybody that you will know. But of course, there's signs.
Okay, another question I have is Coca-Cola drink the drink, is it a drug? Because whenever I drink it, I feel like very satisfied to the point that I don't even like any other drink like that.
I will not say it's a drug. It's not. It probably just has the effect on you that you really like. And you see, that means that you have the tendency to get attached to things. So you should be quite careful, because some people don't even know. And I really celebrate that you know, because now you know that, oh, it has a tendency to do this to you. Coca-Cola is not a drug. It's not. Do you understand? But
Yeah.
since you know that it has a tendency to do something to you, be careful of other things that anybody gives to you that you do not know.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the good girl. Okay, fine, Sid. Let's go. What's your question? The rest of you that are not asking questions, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, Priscilla, you can put your hand down now. Let Fine Sid ask her question. Okay, Fine Sid, unmute. Go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, ma.
Hey,
What if the person is already a drug addict and like she's trying to stop everything, but people are being judgmental about her stopping, and then she goes to tell maybe a trusted adult or something, and the person is now like saying, okay, you did this, you did that, and she's trying to like bash the person because of what she has done, and the person's like goes into depression or something.
Oh, wow, that's not fair. That's not fair, because sometimes many people get into drug addiction accidentally, and not many people even know they'll be addicted. Not many people know. I like what what's her name now? Who spoke before you? Priscilla said that the coke, the way coke makes her feel. It's a good feeling, but I like the fact that she knows how she feels. This person may not even know. Nobody knows if they're going to be addicted. Let me tell you one story. So when some of my friends started smoking when we're younger, maybe about this your age now, about 15, 16, when we started experimenting with smoking, my friend, she would smoke and say, and I would look at them, all of them were smoking, oh, and I would look at them and say, hey, God, you people, this kind of smoke that you're smoking is not good, though. We're not meant to smoke, oh, it's not good. Haba, if we're smoking now, do you know we're damaging our lungs? Do you know we're doing this? We're not going to be serious. I was the one that used to give them pep talk. I was the one giving the talk. Then I was the one that became addicted. So you don't know, nobody knows if they are the ones that will ever be addicted. So whoever did that to her was being unfair. The person you don't do that to a person who has come to talk to you. And most times we say talk to a trusted adult. We always use the word trusted. I think Favor said something like that. Talk to a trusted adult. There's always a trusted adult. Auntie Atima is a trusted adult. I am a trusted adult. The reason why I can call us to both of us and say we're trusted adults is because we're already in this line. We do counseling and we understand the need for confidentiality and empathy. Those two things are things that help to find a trusted adult. How can you find a trusted adult? If the adult, go and tell them something small, nothing big. If they now go and they now tell everybody, or they now call your mother and tell your mother, then you know that, okay, these adults, I cannot tell you another thing. You must find a trusted adult because you cannot mind these things alone. And even trusted adults find professionals to help them. How much more a person who is a teenager or a young adult or a youth? It's important that you talk to a trusted adult. And I'm very sorry about this that happened to your friend or whoever it is. And I think that you can reach out to Auntie Etima and let help with that situation, because depression can be very debilitating. Some people, when they get depressed, they may not want to get out of their room for days. They will put up the lights. They don't want to eat. They don't want to drink. They don't want to see anybody. They will just stay. And it has actually been said that depression can be, assumed to be, and not assumed, can be termed to be a disability. It can be a disability. You know how disabled people on a wheelchair, because depression can actually disable you. So if the person has fallen into a depression or slipped into a depression, please talk to Auntie Tina. Let them get help so that the parents can send them for therapy. Because some people, the depression will make the drugs used get worse, because you are going to try and use the drugs to try and make yourself feel better and all those kind of things. So please help her find help. Talk to Auntie Tima, okay? And then let's see how we can go from there. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
Well done, Danny. Okay, Kiolua, let's go. What's your question for me?
You having a friend that takes drugs, does that mean that you too also take drugs?
Do you take drugs? If you don't take, it doesn't mean that you take. However, your associations are very, very important when it comes to drug use. Very important. Because can two work together unless they agree? Remember when I talked about hugging someone who has used a strong perfume? You notice that the perfume will now start to smell on you. Does this answer you, Kiki?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Don't stop hanging around with the person. At some point, you might start using the drugs. Okay? Fantastic.
Okay.
Nancy, do you want to ask me something again?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so just by inhaling the smoke, can you get addicted without like
Yeah, I
actually?
know someone who said she liked the way the smoke smells, and that's why she decided to go and start smoking. So yes, it was just from secondary inhaling, from secondary smoking. And you know that secondary smoking actually is dangerous to your health. There are secondary smokers who now have lung problems because they are taking in the fumes from other people, and then they now have lung cancer. So yes, that happens. It can happen. Okay. Okay, that's me. You want to ask me something? Go ahead.
There's one of my classmates that said that it's not that I'll have to it's not about taking the drug, that matters. That even those that don't later die. So what is the difference with them taking the drug and dying, or them not taking the drug and still they are still going to die? So it was like it's just better for him to just, because everything will still result to the same death. Everybody's still going to die at the end of it all. That it's just for him to enjoy his life while the time lasts. So enjoy it while it lasts. Is that statement for?
It is a very it's a very disempowering statement, because what if he doesn't die? What if he becomes terribly sick? What if he loses his mind? Remember what I said when I said that I lost 13 years of my life. You lose your life not necessarily by dying. You lose all forms of way to make meaning out of yourself. Imagine that I went through all what I went through, is smart student, but I ended up doing what? Doing drugs, and 13 years. I missed out on being a lawyer, missed out on being one of the, maybe like a magistrate or a judge or something in Nigeria because of drugs. I'm alive. I didn't die, but look at my life. I did not get to where my mates were getting to at the time, but thank God, God showed me mercy. And that's because I also wanted, when they say, when you want something, God gives it to you. You ask and you shall receive. So he can be alive. Now, I have a friend who has 4 children for 4 different men, and she does not know who any of the fathers are. She's alive, but she's more or less dead. So it's that, what kind of life is that you have, and you don't know any of the fathers? And guess what? She's in and out of rehab, in and out of rehab. She's in a dark hole. She doesn't even know how to get out of there. So it's very, very difficult. You would, if you die instantly, God has even helped you. But if you are alive and you are just suffering, nothing is making sense for you. You are dropping out of school. You just, one day your friends are driving. Maybe when you guys are older, you just see your mates driving. You're not trying to hide because they are driving one kind of nice car and you are hiding. I was hiding for some time. My secondary school had a reunion, and for every time they had a reunion, I never went. I say, God forbid. What will I tell them I've been doing with my life? That I was smoking, and so I was high. I was all the way high. I didn't do anything useful for myself. I couldn't tell them that. But when I was able to start becoming something for myself, I was able to go for our 25th year, what's it called? I think 20th year, 25th year, one of those years, yeah, for our anniversary. And when I went, everybody was saying, "Oh, so what are you doing now? What are you doing now?" Somebody looked at me and said, "Tega, we don't need to ask you what you're doing now. We can see what you're doing now." So it's your aspirations. That boy, what does he want to be in future? If you want to be a lawyer, for instance, which is like me, want to be a lawyer, what are you now going to say when you end up not being a lawyer and you become the cleaner in the office of a lawyer? You could have been a lawyer. You could have easily been a lawyer, but you went and decided that let me just be smoking and be getting high. But you are now the one that is cleaning the office of a lawyer. Those things you see on African Magic, if you watch them, they are true. They are true. They are true life stories that they put in stories. Okay? So let's talk. I want to talk about the cycle of addiction very quickly. How many of you think you understand what this cycle of addiction is? Well, on this slide now, what do you think? Who understands what we mean by this cycle of addiction? Okay, Priscilla, go.
Okay. I feel that this cycle of addiction starts from being curious. You want to try it out. People are, you're seeing the results in other people. You want to try it out. Then you experiment one time. Then you use it the second time and the third time, which is repeated use. Then all of a sudden you wake up one morning, and because your stash is finished, you cannot just do without it. You can't go to school again because you feel that you are incomplete without it. Then after that, you can't even live without it again.
Fantastic. I love it. You're such a vibe. There are 68 of us in this class, and only a few people have been talking. Ada, do you want to tell me what you understand by this? I really celebrate you. Well done. Priscilla, you are a star girl. Well done. Okay, so who's next? Ada, I want to hear from you, Ada. Queen Darasimi, give me a minute, okay? You'll talk. Ada, I need to hear from you. Ada, you don't want to say anything. Okay, Adeswa, what do you understand by this cycle of addiction? We'll start calling all of you up one by one because everybody must speak today. Adeswa, are you there? Okay, okay. Iyolua, okay, go tell me. What do you understand by this cycle of addiction?
So I would say it all begins when you have bad friends. For example, if you have friends that vape and do all those kind of things, then they lure you into smoking. And just like Priscilla said, being curious. So I feel like it's not only curiosity, it also has to do with your friends. Then you start doing drugs and then you get addicted to it. That's basically it.
Fantastic. I love it. Well done, girl. Okay. Glory and Eunice, you want to go? Unmute yourself quickly and then speak. Iyolua, you can lower your hand now. Okay. Chisimdi, you can speak. Glory and Eunice is not saying anything. Chisimdi, yeah, go ahead.
What I think cycle of addictions that is the process and way you follow before getting addicted to a particular substance, whether
Fantastic.
something.
So you see, I love it. I love what you said. I love what Iyolua said. I love what Priscilla said. You see that it did not start one day. That's what is very important. You see that, there's something, who asked me, I think it's fine safe. When you sit around the people that are smoking, first of all, you'll be accepting it. Oh, the moment you start to say, well, it's not that bad now. The smell is not that bad now. I even like the smell of cigarettes, and that's what we used to say when we were younger. I like the smell of cigarettes and perfume in a room. The smell is so good. But you just smell good. Don't worry, you smell good. Once you start to tolerate it, it does not take anything, you'll become curious. And what will make you tolerate it? Hanging around the people who do it. So you know where in the Bible, where they say you fly, Joseph fled. When you hear that Joseph fled, they say fly is faster than flee. So you understand that when you tolerate something, you must, in no time at all, from tolerating it, you will start to accept it. And if you accept it, you will become curious about how it feels and how it tastes. And the moment you become curious, you will experiment. So I love what Iyolua said about it starting with your friends. Who are the people you hang with? Because you accept your friends. And that's why I really want to commend, who was it now? I think it was who was it that said that? I think it was Darasimi that said the friend, she had to cut off. It was hurtful for her, but she severed that relationship. Your own destiny is larger than any relationship on the face of the earth. I promise you, your destiny, God created you for a reason. He said, I knew you before I formed you. So he knew you, and he created even twins. When they come out and they live separate lives. How much more you and your friend? How would you now decide that you are going to now, because of a relationship and a friendship, you would decide that you would do something against your own self? Now let's look at this present slide. The rest of you that have your hands raised, leave it raised. Let's talk about this slide. Look at the consequences of substance use. I want you to look at it very, very clearly. Brain damage, memory loss, hormonal imbalance, depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. Somebody talked about her friend. I think it was Zara Simmons that talked about her friend or someone she knew who is now depressed. And guess what? When you are depressed, you will take more drugs to make you more depressed, and you will start be going around in circles. Risky behaviors, poor hygiene. Now look at on relationships. A person who is supposed to be your friend, who wants you to do the right things, the person is going to look at your destiny and your dreams and push you to do better. So if you have a friend Who does not push you to do better? My friend, run from that friend. So today I'm going to ask all of you, in the chat room, write me what your values are, your top 3 values. For me, and I'm going to open the chat room so I can be reading it. Yeah, for me, my don't start yet. Don't start yet. For me, my topmost value is fairness. I like fairness. Number 2, kindness. Fairness and kindness. Number 3, I like people. Okay, number 1, fairness. Number 2, kindness. Number 3, integrity is important to me. What you can do, even if nobody is watching you, those are my top 3. Top 3. Top 3. If I don't want to lie to a person, because I'm thinking, if I lie to you, I'm disrespecting myself by lying to you. Instead, I'll keep quiet and say, but I don't want to talk. Man, I just talk this thing. I'm disrespecting myself and disrespecting you. So those are my top 3 values. So I want everybody to write what their top 3 values are. And the reason I'm asking this is, listen, when those are your values, it will be difficult for you to also, it will be difficult for you to do. So for me, as fairness is a value for me, it means that I like seeing people.
No.
Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just say yes, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Fantastic.
I can hear you.
Means that if somebody is fair to me, I want the person to be, if someone is unfair to me, I want someone to be fair to me, and I want them to also be fair to other people. Do you understand? So now tell me what your top 3 values are, because what you take from people, you must also extend it to people. So chat room, let's go. So if you don't write, and it's very important to honesty, kindness, respect. I love people that write respect. Yes, respect. I should have respect. Well, I'm saying top 3. Compassion. Fejiro, you are a smart girl. Smart girl, smart girl, smart girl. Everybody, go, 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 go. Just keep writing. What's your top 3? Just write. I want to hear from everyone. Okay, good. I love it. I'm loving what I'm reading. I'm loving it. Love, respect, honesty, caring, for glory, integrity. Yes, I realized I was muted. Sorry. Loyalty, open-mindedness, integrity, honesty, respect, kindness, loyalty, integrity, spirituality. I love it, Iolua. Spirituality, respect, honor. You are an amazing girl. Discipline, unbiased. Oh, you guys are so amazing. Realistic, must not be fake. Good God, you guys are amazing. Empathy. I don't even know this class that they sent me to today. I feel like fearless, godliness. I feel like I have been giving gold just by listening to all of those things that you're reading. Guess what now? For all of these things that are your values, all of these things that are your values, let me tell you something. For it to be your values, your friends must share the same values as you, because can two work together unless they agree? Agreement, it has to do with your values. If your values are not the same as mine, we have no business being friends. And so if you have people around you that are smoking, I be like, it's okay, they are smoking, we're just all friends together. They are smoking, but they can't influence me. My dear, in no time, you're going to be influenced. I promise you. in no time. Because when you see them doing it, the first thing that comes to your mind is, it's okay now. It's not such a bad thing. Remember what I said about acceptance. And that is where, in fact, I need to add that to the next time I'm doing any slide. Cycle of addiction. Acceptance is the first thing. The moment you accept it, you're as good as gone. So your friends are important. Gloria and Eunice, go. Your hands are up. You want to speak? On mute. We have only 6 minutes, so let's talk quickly. Okay, Oluwashemilore, go ahead.
I have a question, ma.
Go ahead, madam.
About the second-hand smokers. What if you live in a country where almost everyone around you smokes? How does that affect you?
Is this something you want to do? Because you know the dangers. Because sometimes they don't know the
No.
dangers. You know the dangers, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. So if you know the dangers, remember what I said. Even if everybody is doing the wrong thing, what do you stand for?
Your values.
Fantastic. Well done. You have just done me proud. Finish. Know your values. Is when people don't know their values, because when you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. Values are so important. That's why I made you guys write it. I made you guys write because I wanted you to know if it aligns with your values, you would do it with your full chest. Can you light up a cigarette in front of your parents?
No, ma'am.
Fantastic. It's out of the window. Leave it. That everybody is doing it in a country does not make it right, because it also would tell on their health. People will say, oh, God, it's cold in the UK. It's cold in Canada. So we're smoking. Let me tell you, I smoked for 13 years. Smoking does not make you warm. It's a big lie from hell. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Ki, you want to say something?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
go
some
ahead.
people is not but some people is not actually only their friends that influence them. Some of them their parents who do them.
Well, when it comes to a parent, but let me tell you something. I always say that when a parent may not know better when they do things, that is why God brings up laborers like Auntie Etima, brings up laborers like me to tell you our story, for you to now know whether that's the way to go or not. Look at your parents' life. Is it serving them? If it's something you don't like, there was a story about a man that had two sons, and the man was an alcoholic, and the second one was a top executive doing very well in his job. And they asked the alcoholic, so why are you an alcoholic? He said, look at my father, that's all I ever saw. Like they say, what you behold, you become. So be careful what you watch. And then they asked the other one, why are you like this? He said, well, I saw my father and I never wanted to end up like my father. So it's your choice. Where do you want to end? What do you want to do with your life? And so when a person sees their parents is like that, they can choose to see another person who is a role model and a mentor. Okay? Mr. Mago.
Okay. Yes.
Mr. Mago, very quickly.
Hello.
I'm hearing you. Mr. Mago, I can't hear you. Fine Sid, you want to go ahead? I can't hear Mr. Mago. Go ahead, Fine Sid. Fine, Miss Oma, you can type it in the chat room, okay? Just in case, because I can't hear you. Okay? Fine, Sid, go ahead.
Okay, so about the thing you said, so
Eh? Fine, Sid, you said what? I can't hear again. Please, can I take you to the previous slide? Cecilia, which slide exactly now?
The consequences of drug abuse.
Okay, I'll take it back there.
Thank you.
There now, okay. Okay, fine, Sid, unmute your mic and you can ask me. one thing you need to remember, and it's the last comment here. It says every choice either protects or sabotages your future. And I want you to vote. Everything you do is a vote towards your future being correct or your future going the other way. So are you voting for your future or you are voting against your future? Every decision that you make from today, and let me tell you, for everything that you have heard, it will be asked, you will give account. Because if you heard it and you did not do anything about it, God is going to ask you and say, but you had a session with the School of Sense for Girls. You had a session where they talked about drug use. How did you still end up here? You will give account for it. If you did not know and you ended up there, God can even show you mercy and all of that. But that you heard, you voted against your future. So every decision, I want you to remember this if you forget anything we say today. Every choice, every decision you make from today, it's a vote for or against your future. For or against your future. For and against or against your future. For and against your future. Remember also that bad company corrupts good character. And these are just some beautiful ways to say no. That's dangerous. I'm not messing with that. I'm not doing that.
Wow. Can I ask my question now?
Yes.
Okay. So what if like people have different values from you and they are strengthening your own values? Is it like bad or wrong to like stay with people
It's not,
like
as far as they are positive and empowering values, it's okay. But let me tell you, we have all been wired to have what is more important to us. Now, fine seed, your values may not be in the same hierarchy like mine. Fairness is number one for me. Do you understand? For you, fairness might be number three. So it may work together because I like being fair, you like being fair. But if wickedness is a value for me and fairness is a value for you, we have no business being friends because I will never be fair to you. I will just be taking advantage of you every time. And you will not feel like you're my friend because a friendship should be mutually beneficial. It must be mutually beneficial. So your values are important. A person who education means nothing to is not someone you should be hanging around if you want to be a doctor, because you need your education to be a doctor. Do you understand? That's what I'm just trying to get you to. A person who drugs is part of their lifestyle is not going to hang around someone who wants to go to class and make sure she's a doctor or a surgeon. That's what I mean by values. Everybody's values don't have to be the same as yours. They might not be the same, not in the same hierarchy. For some people, number one is fairness, number two is money. Some people, money is a strong value for them. They can do anything for money. They can steal, they can kill, they can sleep with anyone, they can do anything for money. If money is a value for you and you say, no, I can only work, I will do any positive thing for money, is different from the one that says I can do anything for money. But guess what? Money is the value for the two of them. So you can have the same values as someone, but the person might decide that they want to do wrong things with their own values. Check it. And let me tell you, there's something we call intuition, and women have it. All females have it. If something doesn't feel right, it most probably isn't right. If something does not feel right, it's most likely not right. Okay? So it's very important that you know this. And I want you to all create your personal code now. This is the last thing we're going to say because I think we're supposed to get back into the main meeting now, yeah? So create your personal code. I choose to protect my body. I choose to guard my mind, and I value my future. If this works for you, write it in the chat room very quickly. Let us break back out into the main room now. I choose to protect my body. Write in the chat room and in your notes. I choose to protect my body. I choose to guard my mind, and I value my future. Are we writing? Being a virgin before marriage. Oh, I love who this person is. God-fearing, accountability, organization. Beautiful. Okay. So, right. This is our last slide. I choose to protect my body. I guard my mind. Are you writing in the chat room? No, you're not. Write in the chat room, write in the chat room, and write in your notebook and go and create your own. Thank you, Chikaru. You're so amazing. Thank you for responding. I choose to protect my body. I choose to guard my mind, and I choose to value my future. It is a choice. Remember what I said? I vote for me. Everything you do in life, every decision you make from now on is a vote either for your future or against your future. Okay? Well done, you guys. You are the real MVPs. I'm so proud of you. You guys want to clap for yourselves. I want to see you clapping. Put your videos on and clap. Personal code, do your personal code, adopt this one, clap for yourselves. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. So proud of you. Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. Your parents will be proud of you. You will do us proud. When you see me on the road, make sure you give me a high five. Make sure you give me a hug. Because when I see you 10 years from now, you will remind me that you taught us in the school of the Girls' School of Sense. And hey, I have been able to stand by my own personal code. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Oluwashemilori. You're so amazing. Thank you. You're far too kind. Well done, everyone, and bye. I think we're getting back into the room now. Yeah.
And I appreciated her for correcting.
We are back here, Auntie Blessing. Sorry.
Oh,
All of us
thank you.
come back. Hey, you baby girls, you people were all enjoying yourselves, right? We are back now.